Girl, I'm in my soft guy, Eric Drizzle, Drizzle. Girl, I'm in my soft guy, Eric Drizzle, Drizzle. So this guy had a question. He said, so I matched a girl on the app and we went for a fun time at an amusement park and then a riverside dinner at the end. After the dinner, we took a stroll and she invited me to her place and we talked a little, cuddled, and made out. I didn't plan to end up at her place or make out with her that quickly. Also, dude, you did a lot on that date. Like, first date should not be more than like, at least outside, more than like 45 to 90 minutes tops. Like, doing all this extra stuff, taking like 4 or 5 different places for a first date. And then amusement parks are expensive. Dinner's expensive. You spent a lot of money too. Like, this just screams of like, I'm trying to give her all the things so she'll like me. Women can read that and they're going to start thinking, what does he want in return for all this stuff? I'm telling you, women aren't as gold diggy as you think they are, guys. They understand the mechanics of like give and take, meaning like they know if you're giving, you're going to eventually want from them. And then depending on how much of a price you're putting out there, she knows you're probably going to want her body. And if she's not into that, then you spending all this money and doing all these things could actually backfire on you. But anyway, I digress. So he says, post-date, I texted her asking for a second date, but she didn't reply. And when I double texted, we don't do that, guys. We don't double text. When I double texted, she said that she would let me know about the second date. And she was a little nervous because she felt things were moving too fast. I apologized and told her I'll give her space, but she didn't reply subsequently. Why do you guys think it is? You guys have watched some of my stuff long enough, right? Why do you think it is that this woman said that things were moving too fast? Anybody want to guess in the chat? Why is it that she said that he was moving too fast? So his question is, do I still have a chance of getting a second date? Because she didn't explicitly say she didn't want to meet again when I asked her. Some girls did tell me that they don't want to meet anymore or just ghosted me, so I got the idea. What should I do for now? So first off, he needs to learn. So the reason that she didn't reply, the reason that she said that things are moving too fast is because of all the things that I just mentioned. That first date, amusement park, cost a lot of money. Riverside diner, cost a lot of money. After dinner, went to her place. That stuff's whatever, right? But the point is this, is that, for all the talk about women being gold diggers and wanting a guy that's going to spend all this money, this goes back to the more stuff you're doing personally at the beginning, the more it's making her realize what you're wanting out of the situation, which it's not bad to want a relationship, but when women are thinking that, like, based on the first date, you're already wanting her to be in that, that's a problem. And then also, notice he said he texted her post-date, like practically the next day. So now we're getting into, he's spending all this money, he's galvanizing all my time on this date because I'm in an amusement park, dinner, trying to cuddle at the place. That's like a lot of hours, which subconsciously says to women, hey, I'm going to, even though we're not boyfriend and girlfriend yet, I'm already going to treat you like that by taking up as much of your time as possible, including like the next day. Like, I don't want to just go on this one date with you. I want your next day, your next day, your next day, your next day. She does not know you enough to be willing to sacrifice that time. And she doesn't know you enough to sacrifice that amount of texting. So the fact that they went on a date and then right away he's texting her trying to get on another date, you guys think if I wait more than a day or two, then she's going to think I'm playing games and she's not going to like me and she's not going to know if I want to date her anymore. And this is why I try to tell you guys, when you wait, it gives them time to think about you. It gives them time to think about the date they just went on. It gives them time to think about the great feelings that they felt, how much they enjoyed the time with you, the time you made her laugh at this thing, how great your kiss felt. And they need to sit with that for a few days and let it fester in their brain about how great that felt so they can start anticipating wanting to feel it again. So when you come around 4 or 5 days later and ask for the second date, she's more likely to say yes. When you ask her out that next day, you have not given her brain enough time to reminisce about the time she had with you to want to convince her that it's worth going out with you again. So it behooves you to be patient. When you don't do that, you'll find over a short amount of time rather, that a lot of women will come back to you and say things like this. I'm feeling kind of nervous. Things are moving too fast. I know we just met each other and I had a good time on the date, but and all for women, it's all about feeling. If they feel like the dating presentation that you're doing is going at a pace that's comfortable for them, then they will say yes to dates. If they feel as though it's a rush process for you, then that's going to make them feel like you're trying to force them into a relationship. It's going to make them feel like they're now second guessing whether or not this is a good idea, and you're going to be out. So it's always better as a guy to be patient when trying to get on dates. It's better for you to actually cut back the time that you're taking these women out on dates, because we want them. I tell guys this: look, you want to cut the date short at the height of her enjoyment, like at the point where you have her laughing and if she has those tingly feelings about you and she's starting to ask more and more questions of you. Oh, this is great. Hey, check, please. Get out. I had a great time tonight. She might, well, you want to go something else after this? You know what? I got a big day at work tomorrow, but you know what? Hey, this has been a great time, and it's been so good getting to know you so far. Give her a hug. Get the freak out. You will do better with getting subsequent dates if you cut a date short than you will if you try to drag these dates out to 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. Save those lengthy dates for like date 5 or 6 when she's starting to feel more trust with you and has had a concrete amount of time for you. Like, bullcrap, you know? The guy in the chat says she got 4 dates for the price of 1. And hey, you know, a strategy you can do for like a second date is like, because I mean, if you, the more time you take a woman out, then the more she's going to feel honestly ready to hook up. So on a second date, it is a good idea to like, hey, you eat at a spot and then maybe go to another spot, like, but you make sure they're all in the same part of town, right? So like you go to a little dinner spot that's nearby a bar that has like a pool table. After the little dinner, that's like, keep it like 45 minutes tops. Say, hey, you know what? I know a spot over here that has a pool table. Let's go play pool real quick. Go to play pool for like a half hour, maybe like 1 or 2 games. Do that. And then after that, that now feels like 2 dates on 1 date. Now it's going to feel like 3 dates in total because you had that first date and then the second date, which is really this date and then this date. And then maybe like go to like a yogurt shop, get a thing of yogurt. You're only staying there for like 5 or 10 minutes, but that's now 3 places. In her brain, subconsciously, she'll think, I really know this guy. He's taking me on 4 dates, even though it's been 2 dates, but the second date had like 3 dates, right? But even that, all that, the restaurant, the pool hall, and then yogurt thing, that should all encompass like 2 hours. At that point, if she wants to invite you in or you invite her into your place or whatever, then it's not going to be as stretched out as what this guy did. Amusement park's probably 2 hours. Riverside dinner was probably another like hour and a half, right? So at this point, we're now at like 3.5 hours before we get back to her place, right? And then she's going to spend more time with you, cuddled up. That's a lot of hours. That's going to cause a woman to feel burned out on that first date. You need the first date to be short, so she has enough time to sit with herself during the week when she's not seeing you to want more of your time on that second date, at which point the second date can go a little bit longer. Now, I talk about extensively everything to do on the first date, as well as what to do in between those dates to really make her interest build up in you more, as well as how to knock that second date out of the park so she's darn near ready to hook up with you, sleep with you, whatever, in the Introvert Dating Success Academy program, which you can get at introvertdatingsuccess.com. So definitely check that out, because that's, again, it's a full program of how to get into a relationship that has worked extensively time and time again for me and for the other people that I've coached, and it is available to you at the website. All right. So hopefully that helps that guy out. But yeah, suffice to say, he did way too much too soon. And this was it. Guys don't get it. Like, guys don't see it. Guys don't see how all this conversation, all this thing around them, all this texting, all this calling, like how all that actually causes women to lose interest. I got a book on my website called No Girls For You, The Ultimate Guide to Losing the Girl of Your Dreams, where I talk extensively about that, about how being on the phone a lot and trying to text and call all the time results in this. And I go into the psychology of like why that is in a very funny way. So that book's at the website as well.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man.